Hey, this movie, it's a tale as old as time. You think I'm talking about Beauty and the Beast? Ha! Ha ha! No, I'm talking about Sword in the Stone. You ever heard of this movie? No? Can't really blame you. So, Sword in the Stone. Now, I know that this movie's not really as popular as many of the other classics, but it's still kind of out there. I mean, yeah. Oh, about to sneeze. Whatever. Yeah. I didn't watch this as a kid. I did read the book, however. This is actually based on a book called The Once and Future King. And apparently there's a section in there called The Sword in the Stone. And I guess it's the most kid-friendly version. The most kid-friendly of the sections, because there's 4 sections. Sword in the Stone, which is the most famous one, and the most kid-friendly. And the other three books or sections, they tend to get very dark and very complicated, especially for kids. So I can understand why they just did Sword in the Stone, because that is very complicated. A lot of lessons that kids like to learn and all that. So yeah, I understand why they just made Sword in the Stone. However, I don't understand why they've been slacking. You know, I mean, this movie is not terrible. It's not as bad as some others that we'll get to, or at least I've heard. But yeah, it's kind of, it reminds me of being in school, learning stuff. It's not like what I saw in the book was like, hey, learning's not bad. You're getting experience. This seemed a lot like school. And that's a bad thing. Because, especially when Merlin teaches, it's not supposed to be like school. It's supposed to be like, hey, you're getting experience. You're turning into a fish. You're turning into an ant. You're doing all this crap. And it's not. It's more like school. It's really, really much like school. So, let's talk about the premise, I guess. So, we have Wart, okay? Why is he named Wart? Because his name is Arthur, and it's a play on words, I guess, for Middle Ages people, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, Wart stumbles across Merlin. And Merlin's like, hey, he's of great value. I should teach him. So he goes to his caretaker, I guess, and asks him to let Merlin teach Wart. Eventually they do. So Wart gets taught by Merlin, and eventually the Sword in the Stone anniversary or whatever circus comes to town, and everyone goes to the circus except for Wart. One of his brothers leaves his sword behind, and he goes and runs to him, and yeah, the Sword in the Stone's on display or whatever. The sword breaks because people are being jerks and just hurting him. So it's like, oh hey, there's a sword. And kids were like, ha, ha, it's gonna pull a sword out of the stone. That's stupid, no one can pull that. And then all of a sudden he does it! Oh, he does it! Pulls it right out of that stone, son! And was like, no, he did not, someone else did it. Wart, put the sword back in the stone. Let me try. It's really easy. It's like, can't do it. Then Ward does it again, and he's like, oh, he's the king! Oh, what? Yeah, man. Yeah. And that's it. That's really it. It's not really that complicated. Which is good, I guess. So let's talk about the good. The third act, or at least the last 15 minutes, I guess, that is good. I wanted to see more of that. You know, there's a lot more of the story in the last 15 minutes than the rest of the movie alone. I don't know why, but I laughed at Merlin's beard a lot. The beard. Merlin's beard is funny. I mean, I don't know why. I just really loved it. He's always tripping over it. It's funny. Merlin and the Wart's relationship is... They got that down. I'll give you that. They did get the relationship down. That's the relationship that I saw in the book. So there we go. And honestly, man, that's it. That's really it, man. I mean, yeah, this is the beginning of the end, honestly, for Disney animation. Let's talk about the bad. The bad is just plentiful. It's plentiful. It's a lot like school, man. The lessons, I mean, the animation isn't that great either. If the animation was great, it would probably make me more invested, make me more not bored. But I got really bored because the animation was so bland. So yeah, there you go. Animation's bad. The music, there's no music. Or at least none that I can remember, because it's, I don't know. What's the deal with the musical? Whatever. What else? What else? I mean, I'm spitballing here, man. I mean, the story is, the last 15 minutes was great. The rest is really, really bland. And we didn't get to see every transformation that happened in the book. Because this movie's like an hour long. Like an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 5 minutes long. And it felt like it was 2.5, honestly, at some points. Yeah, it wasn't really that funny either. Yeah. Honestly, man, I don't know what else to say. This movie's really, really dull. I don't know, man. I guess this is a good movie to turn on for your kids as a time waster. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. There's another thing that went on. I guess the kid who played the Wart was going through puberty, and you can see that sometimes his voice would be very, very kid-like, very high, but then I saw him go really low. And you'd be like, what the heck? What's up with that, man? I mean, yeah. So yeah, on those merits, I'm gonna say this movie is... And I'm sorry, okay? I know this is Disney, and apparently there's people out there who do enjoy this. Personally, for me, I didn't. So I'm gonna say this movie is bad. I'm sorry. You want your opinion heard? Hey, make your own YouTube video, man. Yeah, this is just my opinion. This is my opinion, not reflected on you. If you enjoy it, hey, more power to you. But for me personally, I didn't really enjoy it all that much. There's not really a lot to talk about either. It's like an hour and 8 minutes. We're going back to like the compilation movies. You know, the compilation movies were like an hour long at the most. I mean, what the heck? I don't... Yeah, so I guess that's it. Honestly. There's no death. See, oh wait. Was there a death? I don't even remember if there was a death. There wasn't a death in 101 Dalmatians, I knew that, but... Is there a death in Sword in the Stone? I guess we can count the parents. I mean, the parents died. Naturally. Off screen. So I guess we'll, in memoriam, the parents. Alright, there we go. That is The Sword in the Stone. Disappointments, to say the least. But here we go. We're going to the last movie in the new Disney classics, The Jungle Book. This one's going to be better. Hope beyond hope this movie's going to be better. Alright. Hey, subscribe to the channel, okay? Hey, watch the videos. Hey, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. I mean, yeah, this is your... Hey, we're a democracy. We're a republic. Hey, let's keep the ball rolling, alright? Let's go. Hey. You're great. You're great, okay? Don't let anyone knock you down. Personal words from me to you. You're welcome.